Good day. Before we proceed to sharing our insights, I would like to introduce myself. I am Elthor O. Hermosilia from BS Ed Math 2A Day, and my partner on this activity is Christine K. Hopia. And this activity is all about sharing our thoughts or insights about a text or a message, posts or videos from an influential person, and many more. So we just have to choose from those and have our own way. And for you to have a little information about what we will talk later on, we will be talking about our insights from a particular post in Facebook that we both choose. So this is the post or the message that caught our attention. I think the message of the text implies of knowing our self-worth and telling ourselves that we don't need to change our identity just to fit in the standards. That is not really universal because as time changes, it also changes the movement of the people, including all the aspects of life, such as fashion, communication, and even building connection and friendship towards other people. In fact, friendship became toxic in a way that they will only consider you as their friend if you will be able to qualify in their so-called standards.
So first of all, the message of the text is all about accepting what you are as a person. It reminds us to embrace our imperfections and flaws, that we will not let anyone dull our sparkle because we believe that we can and we will.
You do know, truth is always painful. The message does not only stating a fact, but an utmost truth. We let our doubts and insecurities destroy ourselves because we think that we are not worth enough to live in this world. And we let our negative thoughts bring us into destruction. Nothing is perfect in this world, and so we are. Our mistakes in life doesn't define who we are and our future. If you realize something upon reading the text, therefore, the text effectively represents reality.
It really gives us a realizations that we must go on even though there are times that we can feel sadness, we can feel doubt, disappointment, because it is somehow just a part of our life. It can help us to grow as a person. So the message is constructed very well because the thoughts are on points. But I'm not just a little satisfied with the structure because the author used a small letters in every beginnings of the message.
Upon reading the text and reviewing the text, for me, the sentences of the text is well written and understandable enough to the readers, and it also provides the message clearly and effectively. The only thing that I've noticed in the sentence structure is that the first letter of the first word of every sentence is not capitalized. When we are writing, it should start with capital letter after the period. But after all, it doesn't affect and alter the meaning of the text, so it is not really a big deal for me. I'm just stating what I noticed. For me, the text is all about promoting and giving advice to the people in which they'll be able to uplift themselves, considering that our self-worth is like giving ourself a peaceful mind and eradicate negative thoughts. The text isn't about one person only, but for all of us, reminding that how we are going to free ourselves and not changing the way we live life.
As we can see in the text, it really emphasizes the value of a person, that we are all worth it. Everyone have a purpose in life, and we must accept it and embrace it into ourselves. What is the purpose of the text? So the purpose of the text is that it reminds us to know our worth as a person, that we must embrace our imperfections and flaws, and we must always be the best versions of ourselves, because sometimes there are people that will bring us down, but we must always remember to believe in ourselves and fight for what is right. We must not let anyone get the thing that we deserve. We must love ourselves and think if what we can do to be successful in the future and be the best version of ourselves.
The purpose of the text is obviously giving information to people who really need to read the text. The message brought by the text will empower us to realize how important to be with ourselves despite of the mistake that we've done before. Thus, those mistakes and flaws that we have could never validate our identity as a person, nor predict our future, but rather, it's a reminder of how far we've gone in our life right now. I know as an individual, all of us have insecurities that makes us feel worthless anytime. May it be from ourselves or from others or from things. So, as an individual who also experienced those insecurities, I rather show who I am or who I truly am and not pretending to be another person, because if I made that happen, I probably live in a worse life. Showing our true selves does not make any less. Or if you think that your doubts will bring you to success, better expect for consequences that you might regret soon, or we might regret soon. So we just have to live a good life, or what other people always say, you only live once. So make the best of every moment possible.
The message that I perceive from the text is that we as a person, we go through a lot of hardships, breakdowns, struggles, and etc. But we must always remember that God is with us. We must always have faith in God, because He will guide us every time. It also gives us realizations, and it reminds us that we must not settle for less, and we must get that thing that we deserve. And the important thing is that we will not let anyone ruin our dreams. We must believe to ourselves that we can and we will, because at the end of the day, only ourselves can make us a better person. Learn to embrace all the flaws that we have and always choose to be happy, so that we can also influence to others and be a good role model to them.